this is Claudia from Hardmade.es, and today I want to teach you how you can easily create multiple images style for your Instagram profile. So do you know this effect that you can see that one image has been perfectly cut into 6, 9, whatever small images, and then they uploaded them on their Instagram profile and everything makes sense together? I'm gonna teach you how to do that. So the first thing you want to do is to have your images prepared on a folder. So these are the images I'm going to be using, and you want to come to Photoshop and create a new document. We're going to be working with a document of 3000 pixels wide by 3000 pixels height. Then we're going to put it at 72 and RGB color. Once you have this, you can create the document and it will display like this. So now we need to have our rulers enabled, like I have here. If you cannot see your rulers here, all you have to do is press Command R and they will appear or disappear depending if you have them or not enabled. And then if you cannot see it in pixels, you can always press with your secondary click, so the right click of your mouse, and select pixels here. Now that we have it like this, we're going to select this tool, the selection tool in rectangular size, and you want to come here on style and select fixed size. Now you can add here 1000 by 1000 because that's exactly 1/3 of our document. So we will create a tile of 9 small images for our Instagram grid. Now what we want to do is we want to come here to the up left corner and press one time, and it's gonna automatically draw a perfect square of 1000 by 1000 for us. And that's gonna be very helpful because we want to create the guides that's gonna draw for us this tile. And in order to do this, we're gonna just simply press here on the left and drag until it's fixed with this selection that we created, and we're gonna do the same with the top one. So now we have these two guides here, and we need two more, one here and one here. And to do it, the easiest way I found is pressing here near this corner, and it will automatically draw it, taking these guides as start point. So we can do the same. We can drag this here and we can drag this here, and you see that it's in 2000 pixels, so it's perfectly drawing our grid. And now all we need to do is unselect, so you can press Command D and the selection will be out. Okay, now we are ready to start designing here our final layout, and you can do it with just one image, but I'm gonna teach you how to do it with multiple images so that the end result is super interesting. As I told you, I'm going to be using my own images from one of the shootings I did for a wedding. So I'm going to come here and start designing my final layout. I'm going to start with this image here on the top left corner. I just simply drag it. I'm going to place it here and I'm going to scale it because I want it to finish it exactly at 1000 pixels. So now it's fixed in the height and I can press intro and it will be. So the first image will be this one, and the second one will have this detail from the table, and I want to continue having here other images. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bring another one of my designs, so this image here, and I'm gonna place it in a way that we can still see some of the details. So maybe I want to do it smaller and place it a little bit down so that I have space on the top and space at the bottom. Yeah, something like this. I think it's gonna be perfect. So I'm gonna press intro now again, and I'm gonna come and place this watercolor painting that it's actually the one I used to create the design of the invitations. So I can scale it and rotate it and put it as I want. And I'm going to be using it to fill this empty space I have here. So I'm gonna be playing with it, and I think something like this will be interesting. Okay, and again I pressed intro, and now I want this image to go behind the other layer, so I just simply drag and drop it behind. And notice that I'm leaving these white spaces in between, and I want it to be here too. So I'm gonna create a selection, and remember to change your fixed size to normal so that you can do the selection you want. I'm gonna draw here a white area. So this area will be white so that the watercolor doesn't touch directly with this image. All I have to do is, now that I have this selection, I'm gonna press Command Shift I to invert the selection, and now having this layer pressed, I'm gonna come and create a mask so that it's only displaying the area that it's in this selection here. So now this area is in white. Okay, now what else I want to do? Okay, I want to add some text, so I'm gonna use the text tool and write perhaps the word love, and I'm gonna drag this layer on top so that we can see it. So having this word here, again I'm gonna come to the text tool and make it a little bit bigger, and with the option to transform, so Command T, it's gonna appear this, and I can drag it and transform it and have it filling the empty space of this tile here. Okay, so I'm gonna press intro, and now I think here in this white area I want to have some text too, so I'm gonna come again and create a new text here, and I'm gonna put perhaps the initials of the couple, so this plus this, and I want this space to be a little bit less, yeah, like this. I like it, and I can select all the text and change it to the pink I'm using. Okay, now I'm gonna put this somewhere here, and I'm gonna continue creating my layout. So I'm gonna bring some image down here, and I'm gonna be using the table, so I can drag it again, fix it at the corner, and scale it by pressing Shift. Always remember to press Shift when you are scaling an image so that it doesn't change its proportions. And yeah, here I have it. Okay, and because I want it to be aligned with this, I'm just gonna drag it to the left so that there is this perfect line here. And now again, I think I'm gonna duplicate this layer, so simply coming to the layer and pressing Command J. I'm duplicating it. I'm gonna press here with my secondary button over the layer mask, and I'm gonna delete the mask for now so that I can create it as I need. So I'm gonna scale this and move it somewhere around here to fill the empty spaces, and maybe I should bring first my next image so that we can see how it looks. And I'm gonna be using the bride, so the bride will be here, and this one, it's gonna be touching with this because Instagram by itself, in each image there is always a white area, so I don't want to add more white if it's not precisely in the corner. So Now I have this image perfectly fitting here, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna separate, so I'm gonna add again this space here and down here to separate the watercolor from the image. So again, I'm drawing a selection. I'm gonna invert it, so Command Shift I. I'm gonna come to my painting, this one, and I'm gonna create the layer mask. And still we have this area here which I want to delete, so I just simply have to drag it, and having the white on top and the black on the bottom, you can press now the delete button on your keyboard and it will delete the area, it will paint it in black, so it means it's not displaying. But actually, since we're using a mask, we can always come back, and if we paint this in white, it will appear. So let me show you how that would look. We will need to use our brush, and if I paint in white, I'm displaying actually what the layer has. That's not what I want, so I just wanted to show you. And now I see here there are some extra white areas that I want to fill, so I'm gonna bring more text here. I'm gonna be typing here the date of their wedding. Increase the space between it. Okay. And finally, I'm gonna be adding here their names, so I can use this text from here, duplicate it, and simply bring it here and change it by their names. Pam and Richard. And I need to select all these and make it smaller because that's too big. Something like this. I want it to be closer. And I want to scale it and rotate it so that it's perfectly fitting inside this tile here. Okay, so now that I have my final design ready, it's the moment to export, and that's the tricky part. So you could perhaps select each area, copy and paste it in a new file, but there is a much easier way to export this and to have it ready to post on Instagram, and that's what I'm going to show you now. So what I want first is to save this document, so you want to press Command S and you can save it in your own folder. So I'll be saving it here. And now that you have it saved with all the layers and you don't lose anything, you want to come here to this option that says Size Select Tool. So once you select this option, automatically it will appear this number here, and this means that it has created like a slice from all your document, and that's precisely what you want. Now, pressing your right button from your mouse, you will open this panel and you will select the option Divide Slice. It will pop up this, and you want to divide horizontally into 3 areas, so it's 1000 pixel wide, and divide it vertically into 3 too. So you can see how easily it's creating our tile from the document. We can press now OK, and all we need to do now is save these tiles. To do it, you can go to File, Export, Save for Web. It's open you the pop-up. I'm gonna make it smaller so that you can see it all, and you can see here all the slices, so it's one document for each one of them. And now you want to press save, You want to select your folder, and here it's very important where it says slices to select all slices. So now you simply press save, and we can go to Finder and we will see how the images have been created. So we have here all the images automatically exported. And when we preview it like this, we can see how it would look on Instagram. Isn't it quick and easy? I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and I can't wait to see what you create with it.